Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Señoras y señores, live. It's time!
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope you're enjoying your evening. We are live in the Action Lab, your premier sports and entertainment talk show on the internet, and it's not close. We are chilling with you on a Wednesday night. The next time you will see us, we will be maybe doing a laundry room stream. I don't know. Maybe we'll be there. We have a little trip coming up. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun potentially. But that doesn't mean we're not here chilling, talking some things that took place this week in the sports world. My name is Chris. This is Scotty. We're your host for the Action Lab. What's up, Scotty?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody?
All right.
Starting out hot. Thank you, Joe, for the 24 months.
Look at that, 2 years.
2 years, JoJo. Look at you. They grow up so fast. Shout out to Joe. Go give Joe a follow if you haven't already. Make sure you guys are all supporting each other with all of your streaming endeavors. We are chilling with you guys, though. And this is kind of a crazy week. We have championship week going on in the NCAA college men's basketball and women's basketball side of things. So we're going to see what is going to take place this week going into Selection Sunday. My conference tournament is already wrapped up, Scotty. It only took 2 wins.
Never began.
It only took 2 wins for the Zags to take care of business. But you have your Kansas Jayhawks who are
They don't play till tomorrow, Chris. And they'll probably play a more difficult team than you had to in your tournament.
They probably
In their
will.
Quarterfinals.
I mean, Santa Clara, man. Nothing to you can't sleep on Santa Clara, Scotty.
Yeah, you can.
I can and will.
You absolutely can.
There, I will say, it wouldn't shock me if they got in. They might have WCC might have 3 teams coming in to the NCAA tournament. The way it might play out. Who knows?
You say that as a badge of honor. Like 3 teams.
3, not 1, not 2, not 3.
Actually, exactly 3.
Exactly 3. Rec is chilling with us in the background, hanging out with us as always. Welcome in, everybody. We got Joe in the chat. Helv popping in saying Canada's going to the quarters in the World Baseball Classic.
Did you see what the Americans manager said after they beat Mexico?
I did. We do have a echo, Chris.
Starting out strong.
Awesome.
But yeah, the American manager is so good, DeRosa, that he thought they had clinched after the Mexico win. So he played a bunch of garbage people, and they lost to the Italians, and they made it. But that was no foregone conclusion. They got Italy helped us out today. So
Yeah, Italy defeated Mexico, right? This says Joe in the chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, some things going down. Sweating for the USA in the World Baseball Classic.
I will say, not that they should have lost to Italy, but like losing one time in a baseball tournament and not making it past that seems pretty stupid to me.
That's just how stacked the group was.
Well, still dumb. Why is Italy good?
I
Outside
don't know
of
why they're good.
outside of the starting pitcher against the U.S. was a Rocky who just dominated, mowed them down left and right, as Rockies players do. Gave up 0 runs in like 4 2/3.
I mean, shout out to the Rockies who are carrying their World Baseball Classic teams.
Aaron Nola is pitching today. I was talking about the Italian pitcher that pitched against the United States. Thank you for letting me know where Aaron Nola plays. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. I don't think he appreciates it.
Appreciate you. So World Baseball Classic is going on still. I think let me take a look at the World Baseball Classic standings. I think
Today wraps up
the pool play, right? So now we're getting into the rest of it, which let's see. Italy finished 3-0.
No.
4-0.
4
or 4-0. 4-0.
I don't. Maybe that game's not over. I don't know. Is that game over? Italy scored enough runs where U.S. was going to make it regardless. They were up like 6-0, but I hadn't seen it.
Yeah,
since
it's
then.
over. Italy won 9-1.
9-1 over Mexico. Canada won 7-2 over Cuba. And we had Dominican beating Venezuela 7-3. Dominican Republic. So Japan finished undefeated as well. And Venezuela just dropped that game, so they are there goes their perfect record there. So yeah, now what are the odds now for the World Baseball Classic? Are we where's US sitting? Are we in a decent spot? World Baseball Classic.
No, they finished second, so they'll play a 1 seed from one of the other brackets, but I don't know which one they play. Do they play Canada?
Whoa. If you would have told me these odds, I would have been like, I wouldn't have believed you.
They're still the favorite, aren't they?
They are the favorite. They're plus 130. But like, I mean, I'm looking at the rest of these teams, and I'm like, maybe there's some value. Japan plus 420. You're almost getting.
That's definitely some good value.
I mean, I'm looking at Japan at plus 420.
You just saw 420 and you got excited.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. 420 gets me excited all the time. But especially when I could get little value on Japan on top of maybe some extracurriculars by watching some of those baseball games with a little extra juice. I'll take that all day, Scotty. All day. Don't threaten me.
You're gonna bet against America, just like that.
Just selling my soul for a little bit of a profit, you know.
I mean, does Iran have odds? Crystal bet it.
I mean that is the American way. Sell your soul for profit.
Well, it's this is the land of prosper, right? We're trying to prosper and make a little bit of extra cash. That's why people come to America. They make a little extra cash. I'm going to lay some money on Japan. I'm just going to do it. Oh, selling my soul here. Dominican Republic, by the way, second in odds at plus 280. So Dominican Republic still has a just under 3-1 value in the World Baseball Classic. And then it falls off. Italy. Everyone's sleeping on Italy. Italy's playing pretty well. There are 20-1 odds.
We get throw a couple bucks on Italy.
Sprinkle a little bit on them too. So anyways, yeah, you got a little bit of stuff going on with the World Baseball Classic there. I mean, who won the last one?
Japan. They beat the U.S.
Oh, I remember. Was that the Shohei and Trout showdown? That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like where they were zooming really close to Shohei's eye each pitch for some ungodly reason.
Is Aaron Judge the same person as Mike Trout?
No.
Are they the Spider-Man meme?
I just mean when they're up in a big situation in like a playoff format, do they just choke?
Well, Mike Trout has he's only played one playoff game in his MLB career.
Well, whenever he's up in a big situation, he doesn't come through, and neither does Aaron Judge. So
Trout had one big situation.
no, well, I think World Baseball Classic. You say this is a big deal.
Yeah,
Trying to
big
get
deal.
there. I'm trying
He's
to get
0 for
there.
1
Just feels forced.
0 for 1 this year, or like in his career?
in his career
In
in big
In the-
situations, MLB or WBC.
Well, either way.
he said, yeah, he's only had 3 postseason games. Pretty sad, and they were 12 years ago.
Swept.
Joe
I mean,
Quills.
they faced a juggernaut in the Royals, so it happens.
Joe Quills. I'm not the only one, Scotty. Plus 425 on BetMGM. Got it at 488 with a 15% profit boost. Joe's taking advantage of that profit boost. He likes Japan. See? I'm not the only one contemplating it. Little
I
sprinkle.
won't do it. I won't do it.
I haven't made the bet yet, but maybe
I'm
by
not
the
going to
end.
bet on the U.S., but I'm not betting against the U.S.
You're just not making bets because
Yeah.
you don't want to bet on baseball. You don't want to pay attention to baseball at all.
Well, I watched a little bit last night, and I watched a little bit of I was at a restaurant, and the game was on tonight with Italy and Mexico, so I watched some of that. That's all I've watched.
Yeah.
Which is more than Chris, which is 0.
Which you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I know.
I've watched some highlights. But last night I was watching more highlights of Bam Adebayo putting up 83 points in a basketball game. That I was keeping tabs
What
on.
highlight did you watch?
There's a handful of highlights. Which brings us to one of our first topics. We're gonna get into it in a second. But guys, if you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. If you're new to the channel, we are live in the Action Lab every Wednesday and Sunday night. Sunday we will be live. I think maybe we'll be live in Sunday in Arizona, doing some March Madness. We'll break down some of the brackets. We do got to get the bracket challenge going, and we also got to get all of you guys involved on that. So we will do that by Sunday, and then we'll maybe reveal, or we have to reveal our brackets too. At some point between now and the start of March Madness. So we will get to that as well. But stay tuned. We're going to have some weird scheduling potentially over the next week. We will go live at least once. Who knows? Maybe I'll go drunk live like I did last year. And we'll figure out how we can make our wives upset about being drunk on the internet while we're on vacation.
Still think we both got drunk Thursday of March Madness, and mine was way more mad apparently than yours.
Somehow, some way, I survived it. You
And
didn't.
it was mostly your fault.
Random, I just want to say, since you guys can't watch, Murray is doing amazing with that messed up ankle. I've been keeping tabs. I have the game on a window here on my screen, so I'm keeping tabs on the Nuggets game. I think it's a 17-16 game or something right now. But anyways, I'm trying to keep tabs on it, Medusa. Trying to keep tabs. But keep me posted on what we're missing, just so I can keep up with what's happening in the Nuggets game. But I want to start out the show tonight with a crazy night in the NBA last night. Bam Adebayo for the Miami Heat put up the second highest scoring game in NBA history, passing Kobe Bryant, who put up 81 against the Toronto Raptors. I remember that. That was the game that Jalen Rose was, I think, on Toronto at that point. Was it Jalen Rose? I think it was. And so, that was the most recent big-time game that we've seen. We've seen some 50 spots and some 60 spots here and there, but never thought we were going to get an 83-point game from the Miami Heat's Bam Adebayo. And we're going to talk a little bit about this here in a second, because the internet is split on how they feel about this game. But before we get into that, I just want to break down some of the numbers. So prior to Tuesday night's game, Adebayo's career high was 41 points. The total from his two highest scoring games were 41 and 38, which is obviously, if we do math, less than 83 that he put up against the Wizards.
How much was that, Chris?
He was putting up, 79?
There you
go. Yeah, 79. So the Wizards, by the way, not a great team to put up points on. So if you're going to take advantage, you're going to do it there. There have been 11 games this season in which a team has failed to score 83 points, just in general, in a game. So that's kind of wild. Adebayo is the 11th different player in NBA history to score at least 70 points in a game. The other 10, Wilt Chamberlain 6 times, Kobe, Luka, David Thompson, shout out to our Nuggets, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, David Robinson, Elgin Baylor, Joel Embiid, and Devin Booker are the only other ones to score at least 70. First player with a 60-point game this season, Jokic, also in that mix as well. 61-point game against Minnesota. Adebayo is the 12th different player to score at least 50 points in a game. The record for most 50-point scorers in a season is 14, done both in 2021 and the 2021-2022 season as well. What else? First player in Heat's history to attempt 40 field goals in a game. 43 field goal attempts are the most for a franchise player in non-overtime games since Kobe Bryant attempted 50 shots in the final game of his career in 2016. Also, free throws, 36 free throws, Scotty.
No, 36 made on 43
on 43 attempts. Correct. 43 attempts. So yeah, that was another story of it. So 20 of 43 from the field. He's the first player in NBA history to score at least 70 points while making less than 50% of his shots. So I just rattled off a bunch of crazy things here. And Philly in the chat is he's on one side of the fence. I think I go back and forth with this because the internet is split. Half of the internet is saying this was a fraudulent 83. And if you watched the game, you would know why some people think that they don't believe that this 83 was as aesthetically pleasing as maybe some of these other situations that we've seen in the past. I mean, we didn't really watch Chamberlain's 100-point game because that didn't really that didn't even exist because it was on TV, right? It's not recorded. But Scotty, some people are like, forget you guys. 83 is great regardless. It's an achievement. I mean, there's a lot of amazing players in the NBA that don't put up 83. And so, you have the internet split. Scotty, we were kind of you were alluding to this a little bit on how you felt about this in the Discord. What are your thoughts on Bam's 83? Was it that impressive?
Listen, scoring 83 points in a game, no matter who does it, is that's obviously very impressive and great, but fuck no. Get rid of this. Wipe this game from existence. You're playing the Wizards that have no clue what they're doing. You're up 30 late and you're like fouling purposely to get him more possessions to keep the clock stopped so you can get more possessions for him. Do you know what he shot from the field in the second half, Chris? He had, incredible first half. Bam had an incredible first half. And that's what got this ball rolling, right? Like, he played great in the first half. Do you know what he shot from the field in the second half?
I didn't see the second half stats. I know he missed a bunch of shots because he was actively hunting this as many points as possible.
He was 7 of 19 from the field in the second half. Miss me with this being. This isn't a top 500 performance in the history of the NBA offensively in my book. That's how far down it goes. Listen, credit to him for getting the 83. It's a little fraudulent. The fact that 43 free throws shattered the record for most free throw attempts in the game. Do you know the most attempts Jordan or Kobe ever got from the free throw line in a game in their career? 27. Both of them.
Yeah.
Their career high was 27 free throw attempts. He gets 43. I blame the refs as well. They're calling fouls when he's 40 feet from the basket for no reason at all. It's almost like the refs wanted it to happen too. No disrespect to Bam Adebayo. He's a really, really good player. But this felt wrong in so many fashion. It just felt wrong in a lot of how it went down in the fourth quarter. And anyone who watches it and is like, well, it's fun. No, it was not fun to watch. Nothing about that fourth quarter was fun to watch. It was a dumpster fire of a fourth. It wasn't even basketball. It was them feeding him and the Wizards trying to triple team, and somehow the refs bail him out with a foul every time. And the missed free throws on purpose, the fouling on purpose. It wasn't real. It wasn't real.
Yeah.
Kobe's performance was listen, I at the time it wasn't like a big I mean, I always respected Kobe. Kobe's performance was way better in the 81 than this was at 83. 43 free throws, get the fuck out of here. Like what an awful game to watch. And the Wizards are terrible and they don't know what they're doing. Kobe's was in cap we went back and Kobe's was way more real than this. I think Kobe had like I want to say low 20s in free throw attempts in his 81. He was 60% from the field compared to 46 that Bam was. Like, can you imagine? Let's one game. Jokic gets 43 free throw attempts and 43 shots from the field. What do you think he's putting up?
Oh,
He's probably putting up 100 plus.
He's putting up 100 plus easy with his efficiency. Yeah.
I'm not trying to hate on it, but like because it is impressive to get 83 no matter what. And he had again a great first half. His second half was garbage.
I mean, there were
7 of 19 from the field, and we're trying to talk about this being an all-time performance. Stop.
I will agree that. Again, I'm going to say a disclaimer here. This was an insane thing to fathom at the end of that game when it was just like 83 points. It's only one other person has scored more than that in the history of the sport. And so you got to give a lot of love. 83 is 83. However, you slice it up, it is what it is. Now, that doesn't mean it needed to be aesthetically pleasing. There were, by the way, 16 free throws in the fourth quarter alone. 16 free. And by the way, with those free throws, I mean, literally every single time down the court, it just, for me, it wasn't real basketball. It was, to your point, every time the Heat had the ball offensively in this game, towards the end of it, they were force feeding the ball. They were triple teaming Bam in wherever he was on the court and still trying to get him the ball while he was triple teamed. Like, they weren't even taking open shots for themselves anymore, which was kind of strange to see. Like, it was like JJ Redick, some of the coaches around the league, obviously have some of the players around the league have commented on this game, like shout out to Bam. But I mean, even JJ Redick from the Lakers coach was like, yeah, I tuned into the final 5 minutes of the game, and let's just say it was an interesting watch, to say the least. Even he was like, yeah, that's not a real, like, that was cartoon basketball. And it's not Bam's fault for that, right? He's trying to chase it. I would be too, I guess. But like, it was interesting that Eric Spoelstra, who is one of the best coaches in the NBA, kind of, I mean, in a game that they were up so much, let's just pad some stats. Let's pad some stats for Bam. Why not? And they just ended up continuing on with it. But I mean, there was the fouling, the force feeding the ball. It was just a strange way to watch 83 points. So it's not my cup of tea. Am I proud of what Bam was able to do and what he accomplished? Sure. But let's just say it wasn't my cup of tea the way he did it. Obviously you're seeing everyone's
100% don't blame Bam. I think you're right there. I don't blame Bam at all. He should do what he's got to do and try and get it and get after it. There was a game in Kobe's career outside of his 81 where he had 62 after 3 quarters, but they were up like 20 points. And the coach asked him, do you want to go back in? He's like, no, like, there'll be other moments for this. Like, I'm good. And he didn't play the fourth. It's just like, and the 81 that he did get, they were down from at half. They were down big. They were down for pretty much the whole third quarter in that game where Kobe was bringing them back, and it was still in reach with like midway through the fourth. This game was over a long time ago because the Washington Wizards are absolutely awful at basketball.
By the way, here's just one of the examples of what this looked like last night, where literally there's 3 guys on Bam. at all times. They're like not letting him catch the ball, and he's pulling the ball up the court, and then he passes it, and then later on he just gets the ball back. They keep feeding him more and more, and I'm just like, man, they just can't. It was just a weird one. I applaud.
I think going into that game, and Captain's like, well, there's a talent to drawing fouls. I think Bam Adebayo this year has averaged, I think, roughly around 5 free throw attempts a game. And he got 43 in this one. He should just do that every game if he's that good.
I was like thinking to myself,
SGA could get 100 free throws.
I was just about to say, Shea is probably looking at this game like jealous as shit. Like, why the hell? How come no one gives him
first person to score 100 points only from the line?
Yeah. So I do think that it was just one of those things where I appreciate what it was, but at the same time, it is what it is.
Captain has a good question. Honest question. If that's Steph Curry or LeBron or any of the other stars out there, are we having this same conversation? For me, yes. I don't care that it was Bam.
What if it was Jokic?
I'd be like, that's super cool and fun that a Nugget player did it, but also that was ugly as fuck. That was the ugliest 83 points I've ever seen the ugliest 50-point game I've ever seen in my life. Like, I would still have an issue with it. I really think I would.
Yeah,
I would. Definitely if it was LeBron. If it was LeBron, I'd hate it more, to be honest. Than Bam. If it was Curry, I'd be like, how the fuck is Curry getting the line 43 times?
Yeah, I mean, there's a way. I think for me, I don't know. Maybe I'm old school in the sense that, like, typically when someone's going off like that, I remember Jalen Rose talking about, hey, I'm fouling out. Any player who's like old school say, I'm fouling out before anyone puts more than a certain amount of points on me, right? And I think the Wizards just maybe aren't good at figuring out how to shut a guy down or whatever. But after a certain point, I mean, he had 36 in the first quarter? Was it 36? I can't remember.
It was 30-some. It was at least 31.
I want to say 31.
31? Yeah. So, I mean, after that, it's just like, all right, well, let's get a game plan together to take away Bam. Or if he's going to the rim, maybe hit him hard. Maybe it's me. I get a technical. Maybe I get thrown out of the game because I'm not letting him put up points on me. I don't know. Maybe it's just a different league now. But it used to be a little bit different, right? He had 43 in the first half. Yeah.
So again, he scored 83 points with 43 at half, where he went 7 of 19 from the field in the second half and put up 40. That to me is gross, regardless of who the human being is. I don't care who it is. That's gross. That's disgusting. I don't want to award that.
Yeah. I do think so. We're gonna look at Bam. It's gonna be weird in retrospect, looking back, right? I mean, we're gonna look at Bam, and we're gonna look at who. My grandkids are gonna ask me who scored the most points in an NBA game, and I'd be like, Will Chamberlain scored 100, and then the next one in is like Bam Adebayo. I'm like, wait, what? It's like one of these, and then Kobe Bryant at 81, and not to throw shade at Bam, because Bam's a very, very good player. He's an all-star. He's been one of the best centers in the league for a little bit. I mean, he's in the top handful of centers in the NBA that I would put up there. But like in the top echelon of the all-time greats, it's just weird seeing Bam Adebayo with an 83 number under his name. It just doesn't fit. But hey, shout out to Bam, because he did accomplish something that not a lot can do. My question is, how many people how many players in the NBA are seeing this and being like, if Bam can do this, I mean, you could look at the top handful of players in the NBA. Could Luka score 100? Could Jokic?
If Bam can do it, there's a ton of people. No offense to Bam.
No, that's what I mean.
The way the game's officiated now leans into it. You can't touch a guy unless you're guarding Jokic, and then you can just absolutely assault him.
Here comes the salt.
Yeah, that's salty.
I mean,
but you can't touch a guy. So, like, 43 free throw attempts. Now, as far as Wilt's game, there was a guy in an interview that played in the game. I do believe the 100 points happened. I know there's no video evidence, but he said it went down the same way. It was gross at the end of the game. It wasn't basketball. They were just trying to do. It was similar to what they did with Bam, but he also got 100, right? So, like, that's a whole different level either than the 83. That's 17 more points. Math checking, which I'm great at math, so no worries there. Yeah. So I think that went down the same way. I don't listen. Kobe shot free throws. There's no doubt about it. But he had like 20 some free throw attempts. But he shot 60% from the field. It was a close game for a while. To me, and I'll remove Wiltz because I have no idea. No one has any idea, right? To me, Kobe's 81 is leaps and bounds more impressive than Bam's 83. And it's not close. To me.
Yeah.
I mean, with all this in mind, would you go and bet the under for Bam's points the next game? Probably inflated.
I don't know if they'll inflate it that much.
It's not. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking at the top one. Let's talk about it though. Like, I mean, can a player theoretically have a game like an 83-point game to where it's aesthetically pleasing and it's like, I mean, you have to have all those elements, right? It has to be against a bad team. It has to be, you know, like, can you get 83 straight up in a way that is aesthetically pleasing and meaningful for the game? Like, I mean, I'm thinking to myself, the Kobe game was against the Toronto Raptors, and that was it was a good team against the trash team of the Toronto Raptors. They were up at some point in that game, I think by like 15 or 20 points or something in that one. I mean, they won by 18, but again, they were down at half in most of the third quarter.
Yeah.
And then got the lead early, maybe late third, early fourth, and then ran away with it by 18. But also, they scored 122 points in that game. So Kobe had 81 of 122, which to me is better than 83 of, what did they get, 149?
Yeah.
With Miami. Like, the game's different now. It's just, you can't touch a guy. Was it 150? I thought it was 149, but fair enough. 150 it is. Were there any 70-point games like this? Luka, Lillard, Mitchell. I don't remember those games as much. Lillard just went off. Booker took a ton of shots, but I mean, had a great. Those are the two I actually remember the most. I don't remember Luka or Donovan's very well.
Yeah.
For some reason. I mean, I feel like we would have remembered those ones a little differently, you know, given the circumstances. I mean, they're still 70-point games, but they seemed a little bit more. And maybe we have to go back and watch them. Maybe we do a throwback coming up, and we'll go back and watch some of these games. Embiid had 70 and didn't play in the fourth. How many? How many free throws?
Shot, that's true.
How many?
I know he had 70, but he didn't play in the fourth ever 70. That's so unlike Joel Embiid. No shot.
No shot.
No shot. That's true. I'm going to look that up now.
Did he get injured? That's a good throwback idea, says Captain. How about this? That'll be our next throwback. We're gonna go back and we're gonna watch what those games looked like. I'm gonna write this down so I can remember. Throwback for these. Throwback. We won't find Wilt for the 70-point games. And 81 for Kobe. Yeah, we're gonna go back and we're gonna watch what those games look like, and we're gonna rank all of those games according to the scoring and what it looked like, and where we would put all of them in order. for that. So I'm curious to see what those games look like, because some of them, we can't remember off the top. That's so dumb. Embiid could have gotten 83. So 83 points thing. This is like, say,
Joel did have 37 minutes with 70 points, which means, first of all, mathematically, that means he had to play some of the fourth quarter because 37 is more than 36. But I don't know how much he played in the fourth. That doesn't sound like Embiid to me at all. I'm gonna look. I'm looking it up right now. Don't worry.
So So Riley's like, what is the equivalent of hockey? Sidney Crosby scored 8 goals in a game. The most goals scored in a single player in a single game is 7 for reference. I mean, so it would be like someone scoring 6 probably.
5 or 6.
I would say 6.
The double heady.
So
Embiid only had 11 in the fourth, but he also scored with 141 left in the fourth. So he played the fourth quarter.
Okay. So yeah. So it's not 70 plus, but pretty sure Kobe's last game was.
But Embiid's 70 in 37 minutes and what he did from the box score, way more impressive than what happened last night.
And then we could go down the list of players. I mean, I feel like any of the top, I would say any of the top 10 players in the NBA could throw up a good 83 spot, right? I mean, again, like I just don't see some of these players doing it. Like we're talking about top 10 dudes. Jokic, that's not his game style. Like he'll put up 60 if he needs to, but I mean, he takes what the game gives him.
I mean, there were some interesting coach. You talked about Redick's reaction.
Yeah.
Houston, their coach reacted in a way like,
Udoka? Ime Udoka?
And he was like, yeah. And like he kind of shouted out, he's like, and that'll tell you a lot about the Washington Wizards, basically, is what he said. Like, it's not real against the Washington.
That's how you really feel.
The Wizards are. Wemby was asked about it, and he's like, yeah, I saw it. There's a lot of things, because someone asked, like, is that something to look up to as a great performance? He's like, yeah, I saw it. There's a lot of great performances I can look up to. He didn't call out that one, but he basically was calling out this one as like whatever. Now friends of Bam were like that have played with him on US, like Durant and even LeBron were like, man, that was crazy to see. What a performance. I'm not trying to belittle it. The best game of his career, no doubt. But like, let's not put it on a pedestal it doesn't deserve, because it was disgusting basketball. In the second half specifically.
Yeah.
His first half and his first quarter specifically, incredible. His first quarter, incredible basketball.
Yeah, it was a tale of two halves, which again, it's the Wizards, it's the circumstances of how that game finished out. And I don't blame, like I said, I don't blame Bam for it. He got his 83, and shout out to him. I also don't blame people for criticizing his 83 either. It just seems like there's a lot of NBA players and a lot of NBA coaches that you look around the league and they're just like, yeah, I mean, like it's not unanimously like that was the most insane performance I've ever seen on a basketball court. It was like, given the, like there's little asterisks of how they describe what that game really was. And so it's just fascinating to me that that's the second highest scoring game in NBA history, and yet it's not exactly received as one of the most insane things ever by his peers or by the coaches around the NBA. Interesting. But again, shout out to Bam. I think Bam is a fantastic player, all-star, but yeah. Let's see. What else do we have in the chat? Joe Malone, the Quebec Bulldog, scored 7 goals in a game. It's becoming more likely, but every year bad teams existed, and the superstars play them, and it doesn't happen. I guess that's my question too. Is like, if you really want, like, could a play?
Listen, I think this happened because Bam had a 31-point first. And all of a sudden they were like, all right, we're playing a shit team. We're red hot right now because Miami's playing good basketball right now. Let's just see what can happen if we feed them the ball. And that's what they did. It has to. I don't think it goes into the game thinking that way, but after a first quarter of 31 points, all of a sudden your teammates are like, let's have some fun tonight, especially against a garbage team.
The record for most points in the first quarter by a player.
It's got to be the 31. Has to be the 31.
Kevin
For a
Love.
quarter?
Kevin Love, 34 points for the Cleveland Cavaliers against the Portland Trail Blazers.
He did it with Cleveland?
Cleveland. On November 23rd, 2016, he achieved his first, in the first 12 minutes of the game, 3 points shy of the overall NBA record for any quarter for 37 by Klay Thompson in 2015. 2015.
Wow.
So-
I did not see that with Cleveland. He was much better in Minnesota than he was in Cleveland.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I don't know how many
He
points
probably put up 37 for the game.
37. I actually want to know what November Kevin Love stats November 23rd. Let's see. Stats.
Where are you looking up? The captain didn't know you were a Gonzaga fan, Chris.
Oh, we'll get to that here in a second. All right, so 34 points in the first quarter. How many did he finish with, Scotty?
I was joking with 37, but let me guess. 51?
39.
40.
40.
I was close. 39.
He finished
I
the
was
game.
joking at 37. Damn.
He finished the game 34
Scored
points in the first
6.
quarter and scored 6 the rest of the game. So obviously he didn't have that mentality in going into that Cleveland Cavalier 137-125 win. They still put up 137 points in that game, and he only scored 6 after the first quarter.
That Cavs team was real good. If Love's putting up 40, they're putting up 137.
Crazy.
I mean, that was LeBron, Cavs. That's a good team.
Man, that's crazy. So anyways, yeah. So shout out. But yeah, there we go.
Joe Quill, Steve Kerr said the schedule needs to be reduced to 72 games. I think the NBA needs to reduce Steve Kerr to not being in the league. Get out of here.
Just get out. I mean, why
Do you hear hockey coaches complaining in a far more physical sport about the amount of games they play? Shut up, Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Another thing, I wonder if it's a good game that Bam gets the record, but in a close game, does it change the perspective even with the free throws? I think
a close game
a
helps.
close game does help. I think
Yeah.
a close game helps because then you still have some competitive aspect to the game to where, you're still trying to win the game. I mean, in a blowout, you're just throwing. I mean,
They
it's
were up 25 at least going to the
yeah. It's just I think the aesthetics would look a lot different if that was the case. I see. Yeah, Gonzaga. Yeah, so I am a Gonzaga Bulldogs fan. I inherited the Gonzaga Bulldogs when I married my lovely wife because she went to Gonzaga. So then she passed on this curse to me where I get to enjoy watching this team get my hopes up every single season. And we're going to talk about this later. Get my hopes up every single season and tease me to think that maybe they have a chance to do something in the NCAA tournament. And then they just choke it away every single year. So at least they're competitive, though. So I'll take that.
You'll do it again this year. And I quote, after the first round last year, when Gonzaga was, I think, like a 4 or 5 seed, they blew out their game in round 1. And Chris was like, they're winning the tournament. He said it right after the game. Drinks were had. But he said it. He was like, I guarantee you Gonzaga's winning the tournament.
They beat Baylor.
Spoiler alert, they did not.
They beat Baylor, who was I think ranked 1 or 2, and they demolished Baylor.
No.
It was the beginning
No.
of the season when I made that.
Oh, well, no, I'm talking about when we were on our trip last year.
Oh,
You said it after the first
round.
round when they blew out the first round of the tournament. You did say it after they beat Baylor in the first game of the season.
Yeah, I got a
like,
little
slow your roll.
I got a little high on
And
myself.
then they got like a 4 seed, and then they blew out their first game. And you're like, they're winning the tournament. I'm like, I wish I could think like you.
I got that pie in the sky feeling. You know what I'm saying? I got the high hopes. Yeah, it's what I do. So we're gonna get to some of the March Madness here in a little bit. But before we do, we want to talk a little bit about NFL free agency. NFL free agency. We'll get to prior to some of the NCAA basketball games because I think there's still what games are going on tonight for NCAA. I think we have which tournament?
I know of one because that's who Kansas is going to play tomorrow.
Um,
TCU and Oklahoma State are playing, but I don't know that people care about that much.
Yeah, so
Oklahoma
we
State's up
had
10 on TCU. Wow, that'd be an upset.
yeah, we got some games going. By the way, Iowa State beat Arizona State by 1 million. By the way, did I see Arizona State fired their coach after that loss? I think that.
Yeah, Bobby Hurley. Well, he was going to get fired over the season.
Yeah.
And yeah, Bobby Hurley.
Yeah.
Great. Got fired from Arizona State, which is not a great basketball school. So I get why they needed to fire him, but also they're not. I don't know who they're going to get that's going to move the needle. We'll see.
Yeah. So as far as the Louisville, everything's in the second round, by the way. ACC tournament, this is second round. Big 12 second round. So we're kind of just in the middle of getting these tournaments going here. We'll know a lot more by the end of the week. Obviously, Selection Sunday's coming up. We will have a show between now and the kickoff of or tip-off of the NCAA tournament. And then we will share our brackets. We're going to have a free bracket challenge. You guys can join so we can see who's going to have the best bracket of the of all time here in the Action Lab bracket challenge. So we're going to see what that's all about as well. But first off, we want to get to some of the free agency frenzy that has been the NFL free agency period. And honestly, like, take away my Broncos, who have literally, I was looking at the Broncos, what they've been doing this offseason and or for free agency, and yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough. Actually, I'll tell you this. Yeah. No. I'll tell you this, though. I will say, if the goal of free agency is to sign every single mediocre to low-end tight end in the NFL, the Broncos have won free agency.
Let's fucking go.
A lot of them were re-signs, but yes.
Yeah.
Let's go. I guess.
Yeah, let's go. Shout out to the Broncos for signing all the. So if that's how you win free agency, Broncos are absolutely crushing free agency. But I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with one of the biggest stories during free agency, and we all know what that is. It's the Max Crosby fallout for the trade that the Raiders sent Max Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens. There was the agreement that he was going to go to Baltimore. And then all of a sudden, a couple days or a little time goes by, and we realize, wait a minute. Hold up. We are going to actually cancel this trade. And the deal ended up falling through, which would send Max Crosby to the Ravens. So now Max Crosby's back with the Raiders. And breaking news, guess who ends up signing with the Ravens? Yep, you guessed it. It is Trey Hendrickson, who ends up being the next defensive player for the Ravens that they made a splash with in free agency. A lot of it had to do with, hey,
Back, baby.
37 months
Yeah.
for Keep Close. What's up, Keep Close? How are we doing, my friend? Good to have you.
My man.
Scotty, how shocked were you when this fell through?
I guess I didn't even consider it falling through. But it's crystal clear to me what happened. It's crystal clear. The Ravens made a trade because they needed an elite edge rusher, and they thought Trey Hendrickson's market was going to be higher than it was. All of a sudden, he was there a couple days after the free agency period started. They bring in Max Crosby, and of course they can fail him on a physical because he just had meniscus surgery. So of course you can fail him on his physical, but they were fully aware of it. I think it's garbage what the Ravens did. I think it's shit. I think it's gross, but it's not illegal. It's not illegal because he failed his physical. No doubt about it. There's no recourse. There's nothing the NFL or the Raiders can do about it. And they get Trey Hendrickson, who's obviously a great edge rusher, a little older, but they get those 2 first-round picks back. So they basically pay the same amount of money for Trey Hendrickson, who's not the player of Max Crosby. Max Crosby's better than Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they get those 2 first-round picks back. And, I think... Listen, I don't think this will affect players and how they feel about the Ravens. I think ownership and GMs are probably pretty pissed at the Ravens right now. We're like, we don't want to deal with you. You're bullshit.
Well, apparently there were a lot of teams that were in on Trey Hendrickson when this was all going down. There was a couple teams that were, trying to put together, what they wanted to do to bring Trey in. And all of a sudden you have this little switcheroo that leaves these other teams out in the cold and being like, what the hell? Like, we were in on this, and now you come in, you screw us, and now where do we stand? We don't get the guy that we wanted when it was all said and done. So it feels a little slimy, a little bit of shenanigans here. But yeah, I mean, to get a guy, go ahead. No, to get a guy without the having to give him the draft capital, I think is like, yeah, that's kind of good, right? I mean, you get an impact player, maybe not as big of an impact, but like if you get 70% of Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson, maybe, and you get to keep 2 first-round picks, I would say that's probably a better outcome than the alternative where. There's a lot of stories around, there's a lot of interviews with some of the doctors that are close with some of these players and the longevity of the knee surgery and what that could look like in a couple of years. So the Ravens were doing their business in trying to cover their tracks in this and saying, oh, no, this is all strictly, part of this deal where we asked some more questions and found out that this wasn't gonna come through from the health standpoint of the physical, and we're just gonna cancel it. So, go ahead, Scotty. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Philly put out there. The GM today for the Ravens did say, "Well, we were pursuing both players. We were gonna sign both." And as Philly said, that's a massive lie. You're not paying $60 million a year to 2 edges. You just can't do that with your structure of an NFL team. There's no shot they were going to sign Trey Hendrickson and keep Max Crosby. I mean, that's just an all-time lie. Absolute lie. Listen, they decided their morality was less important than winning football games, and they think this was the better path. It is what it is. Hopefully karma will bite them in the ass. I hope the Ravens lose every game next year. They won't, but they are a worse team. Even roster-wise, they lost so many guys that they're a worse roster than they were last year, even with Trey Hendrickson, who, I mean, also 31. We'll see what Trey is now. He could be just as good as he was before and all of that. I don't know, but 31's not the youngest age, and We'll see. And he's coming off surgery as well, like a core muscle injury that like he had to have surgery for, so he's not healthy right now either.
But his physical went through, didn't it?
Oh, it'll go through. It'll go through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because there's not 2 first-round picks attached to it.
Cuban. They don't even have a QB. It's true.
Yes.
He said Scott Trick, but yeah, that's accurate. They got to find a quarterback if they want to win anything.
They don't even. What are they doing? They don't have a quarterback.
Not to mention they downgraded their coaching staff. Like I don't think Baltimore is an actual threat, so I'm not even worried about it. But it was gross what they did. I feel bad for Max Crosby. I feel bad for the Raiders actually, which is weird because obviously they're a rival.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do now. Do they say no, Max is back and we'll just go with him? But of course you're putting that out there because you want the most you can get in a trade if they still try to trade him, which I think they want to do and almost have to do. But they're not getting 2 firsts. They're not getting close to 2 firsts now. The Ravens absolutely screwed the Raiders in this deal. I think the Raiders, I saw because I said like, oh, contractual, like salary cap wise, they signed a ton of players, right? I mean, they went ham because they had a ton of calories, salary cap space. Yikes.
No, yeah.
Calories not a word, is it? Well, it is, but that's
yeah.
I had
The
too
wrong
many
word.
calories today.
Yeah.
Roger.
But they can still fit them technically under their cap, I believe. But and sign all the players they signed, and they might have a really good defense with the players they added. But Max doesn't want to be in Las Vegas.
It's
The Raiders don't really want him there anymore. So now they're in a like awful spot.
Yeah, there's going to be a divorce for Max Crosby and the Raiders. I mean, after the way the last season ended, he wanted to play. They didn't allow him to play. He's throwing stuff on social media. He wants out. They finally get him a trade, like which tells him, hey, they don't want me anymore. They're trying to trade me. Like it doesn't work back in Las Vegas for him. So there will be another deal that will have to happen. Before the season starts, wherever he goes, that's the biggest question, and whatever that looks like. But Trey Hendrickson, by the way, it was a 4-year, $112 million deal with Baltimore. I mean, this, you know what this is? This is basically like when you have people who call you up and they're your friends or something, where you're just like, hey, let's get together, but you're kind of waiting for like another friend to be like telling you what their plans are, because you would rather hang out with that friend than the friend that just gave you a little bit of, hey, let's hang out kind of offer. And then at last second, you already made plans with the friend that you don't want to hang out with. And then about 30 minutes before you're about to walk out the door, that other friend called, hey man, let's go chill. Yeah. And then you bounce and you're just like, all right,
There's zero doubt in my mind that the Ravens and Trey Hendrickson had agreed to a deal prior to the Ravens failing the physical of Max Crosby. Zero doubt in my mind.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. Like, I think that's absolutely something that no one's going to talk about anytime soon. We're going to get a 30 for 30 for this later on, maybe. We just need like a villain arc here, though, for not only like Max Crosby, but we also need a villain arc for like the Ravens and like teams that are going to go after the Ravens this season and just like put like, I think what was another team? The Colts were in, I think, on Hendrickson.
Yeah, they're the main one. Like,
I think
Like
the
the Cowboys
Cowboys
had a
were
deal.
Cowboys were into him as well.
the Colts gave Trey Hendrickson a contract offer, and it was a pretty substantial one, but Trey Hendrickson took a less money but more guaranteed money to go to Baltimore.
And like, here's the thing: we always hear this in the NFL free agency, where it's like that tampering period is lifted, but like deals aren't done until the 11th or whatever it is, right? So you have that like, all right, now we can start talking to people, we can start making some verbal agreements, but yet until everything is signed, nothing is actually locked in, right? So I mean, it's just like it doesn't really get taken advantage of too often that we see, where it's just like we agree to a deal and it's like, wait, actually we're in a position where nothing's guaranteed until free agency actually opens. So everything is just out there being talked, verbal agreements. Now we're seeing that maybe this, I don't know if this opens the door for more teams to be like, hey, I'm going to try to take advantage of this, but it's a bad look for Baltimore.
I mean, from every report says that the GMs in the league are pissed. I think it's they're not going to like take advantage of it. It's going to be more of like a, yeah, don't do this if you want to have friends in the league.
Yeah.
So dirty by the Ravens.
Make a deal with the Ravens, and Philly put out there, which I saw this as well. Ryan Grant back in the day, I think it was like 2016 or something. I don't know. Ryan Grant, wide receiver, Baltimore signs. Crabtree gets released. Michael Crabtree. Ravens then fail the physical for Ryan Grant, and within a few hours sign Michael Crabtree to a contract. So they've done it before. It's not the first time they've done this.
Yeah, Will Compton put that out there the other day.
Yeah. So they're not doing anything illegal.
I mean,
but they are who we thought
they're
they
playing.
were.
They're playing fucking dirty, and I hope karma comes back to bite them.
it will. It will. By the way, Medusa, thank you for the
Let's
6
go.
months. Or no, 7 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Medusa. This is way more fun than my makeup subscription. I told you. See?
Yeah.
Told
You
you.
don't need that makeup.
You don't need that.
You're beautiful no matter what.
The new rule: all deals aren't pending physical. You get. Wait. All deals aren't pending physical.
You get what
Someone-
you get.
You get what you
Someone
get.
said-
Suck it up.
You can't pending physical, which will never happen
Yeah.
in any league. I don't. It just will never happen.
Yeah. Let's see. What's
Really,
up,
you're married.
McLovin? How we
I am.
doing, McLovin? Can you explain why the Ravens would want him to fail the physical? Don't they want? No. So
Because
yeah,
they thought Trey
'cause-
Hendrickson was available.
Because they got Trey
for
and got
free.
2 first
Well-
round picks back.
not for free, but like
They basically put in Trey instead of Max and got 2 first round picks back that they were going to give for Max.
yeah. So
That's why they failed the physical.
yeah, they failed it. Yeah. So it's like, would you rather give up 2 firsts or two first round picks and get Max Crosby, or just get Trey Hendrickson without giving those up? Yeah. Like they found out that they could get Trey for a little cheaper, a lot cheaper, and they switch some things around. What they don't know is that Trey is not good for their locker room. Trust me, I know.
I haven't heard that, but that might be true.
I haven't. I mean,
Maybe
there's also
he might have been
this
just
one.
mad this past year because he was playing in Cincy that was cheap and didn't want to give him what he thought he deserved.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
keep in mind, prior to this last year, I think Trey led the league in sacks 2 straight years. I think. Prior to,
I mean, he had
this last year.
his stock was high.
Now he's an awful run defender. and Max
yeah, his
Crosby's
stock
way
was
better
as
at
high as
that,
it could
but, like,
possibly be.
Is that what you're gonna? I mean, you pay for mostly pass rushing at the edge, right? Like you want a good run defender, which he is not, but
Yeah.
you'll take the pass
You're
rush
playing-
ability.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you're the sack king, you should probably get some money.
I agree, but you're playing in Cincy, so you're not. You're not gonna get it there.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the offensive side of the ball with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins.
Which that was only because Joe Burrow practically demanded it, and even now he's so emo that he might want out anyways.
I mean, Joe found out he's not dating Jessica Alba.
which is disappointing. I mean, well, it's actually great for me because I can say that Jessica Alba's still out. No, she has a boyfriend though, right?
She's got a boyfriend. That's how we
And
know.
Chris, you're also married
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
with children.
I mean, I like that you avoided that part. I didn't even address that part.
I caught that immediately.
It's what is it? The hall pass thing? I still can't get a hall pass. It's not a thing. Jessica is smoking hot. Yes, she is. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know who else the Vikings think is smoking hot? Little Kyler Murray, who is visiting the Minnesota Vikings Thursday. Tomorrow, he will be visiting the Minnesota Vikings. So yeah, we can get into some other names here as we're going through free agency, but it seems like that's the most logical landing spot for Kyler Murray.
I heard Kevin O'Connell's going to be in the building for it, so he can lift. They're going to do a physical, obviously. So Kevin O'Connell's going to lift him onto the examination table. So that's why O'Connell's going to be there. Can't quite get up on his own.
Can't quite get up there.
A little too small.
Yeah, so Kyler, what are some other names that popped up over the last couple of days? I feel like, and I will say too, I mean, not just because the Broncos aren't doing anything. This feels, outside of the Max Crosby, Trey Hendrickson drama,
it's definitely weaker.
This has been one of the weaker.
I said on Sunday this is a weak free agency class, but let's not diminish what my Chiefs have done, Chris. I haven't even talked about that.
The Chiefs, yeah, I guess we did.
Brought back Charles Omenihu.
The Chiefs did get.
No, we didn't bring back Charles Omenihu.
I think we signed him today.
No,
I think he went to the Commanders.
He went to the Commanders.
I saw that.
Yeah, you saw that wrong.
Yeah, I just saw that a little bit ago too. Yeah, the running back market went pretty quick. That was including, the likes of your boys getting
the Super Bowl MVP.
The Super Bowl MVP, Mr. Kenneth Walker
III.
Now, you did get Kenneth Walker. How do you feel about Kenneth Walker stepping in? I mean, it's obviously an upgrade from anything that you could probably hope for. Is he the one? Is he the one that you wanted of all the options out there?
He was the top one I wanted. Yeah, I would have been fine with ETN as well. Those were really, once Breece Hall got franchised, those were the only two I would have been happy about them signing. Otherwise, I'd be like, just stay away. McLovin, are you excited for Kenneth Walker? I don't know if you've watched our run game, McLovin, over the last year or two, but it is the most depressing thing. Like, our running backs have no burst, nothing, no ability to break anything. We had a running back run for more than 20 yards once last year.
The bar is low.
On like a 23-yard run.
The bar is low.
Listen, this is going to help the Chiefs offense immensely. And like, for the longest time, I was like down on running backs, but like, I mean, when we were watching Sunday Night Football games with a good running back last year, Chris, how much did I gush over? Oh my gosh, I wish the Chiefs could just have someone who could do something like this.
I think every single time the Chiefs played, you were like, I want that running back on the other team. It doesn't even matter who they were. You just wanted you wanted someone who can actually hit a hole and do something with the football.
And he's only like 25, and he was like getting split carries in Seattle, so like he's fresh and ready to go, and like just someone. He ran out of the highest percentage of full box, like run boxes last year, where the Chiefs running backs ran out of the least percentage of run boxes last year on defense. Like, to have him and just be a threat is going to help the pass game immensely. I mean, the Chiefs aren't perfect, and there's a lot of things I'd still like to see them do, but I was thrilled with the Kenneth Walker signing.
Meanwhile, ETN, 4-year deal, $52 million for the Saints, going to the New Orleans Saints, which, obviously displaces Alvin Kamara potentially here with some landing spots that he might be trying to find in his next. But he's old. He's what is he? 31 on the bad end of 31.
I think he's going to retire.
In 2017.
He has no interest in going somewhere else.
Yeah, I think
he's going to retire.
So that's a different situation there. Other notable signings, I believe we saw. Who was it? I think it was Bradley Chubb getting to hang out with the Bills, which, by the way, I've been out on Bradley Chubb for a long time, obviously.
He's trash.
He's trash. He was one of the
edge
biggest.
Market's been crazy. Jalen Phillips got a bag from Carolina. Who else am I thinking of? Owe, what's his name?
Yeah, Odafe Owe.
Owe. I forget who he signed with, but he got a bag.
I want to say that was also Washington.
Was it Washington?
I think so.
I can't remember, but he got a bag. The edge market's been crazy. As far as how much they're paying these guys that, like, are we sure they're worth what you're always a beast though? No, I mean, he was traded mid-season for a safety last year, who the Chiefs actually signed, ironically.
Alohi Gilman.
Yeah. Who played great for Baltimore, actually, in that trade. But Owe has a ton of, like, athletic traits, but I don't know if he's ever fully pieced it together. If he does, he can be great because athletically it's there, but I don't know if he's ever going to get there. He's getting paid more than what his production has ever done.
Meanwhile, Kirk Cousins got released as well. So Kirk Cousins looking for a new home. Raiders have been named as a team that could potentially, take a look at what's going on there. Obviously, the Raiders have the top pick in the draft. So whether or not you want to have, man, Kirk Cousins, he's at a point where everywhere he goes, there's going to be a young quarterback right behind, just waiting in the wings to kind of just unseat him as the top option. But
I don't feel bad for him. He made so much money.
He's made so much money. He's
generational bag secure.
He's cashed in. McLovin Cousins should retire. I mean, I think he still has a little bit left in the tank. But it's just at a certain point,
you can't rely solely on Kirk Cousins. You got to have like a young guy paired with him, and
Cousins might
either
be the
start
backup.
the young guy. Yeah, either start the young guy or go with Cousins initially or whatever. So if he goes to the Raiders and they take Mendoza, which they will, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would think they start Mendoza and Cousins as like the fallback line.
Yeah. Let's see. We talked. What else did we talk about? We already we knew that Mike Evans went to the San Francisco 49ers, right? So we'd already talked about that. We got
Steelers traded for Pittman.
Steelers. How are you feeling about that, Rec?
I was never the biggest Pittman fan, but I think like as a two, he should be like a little bit better. I'm not insanely high on it, but there's definitely some upside pairing him with DK Metcalf. So as long as we actually get a quarterback and not bring back Aaron Rodgers, there's a little, there's some excitement there from the wide receiver room.
Hold on, if you don't bring back Aaron Rodgers, which you will, who would you get at quarterback that's going to be better next year?
This actually hurts to say, Kyler Murray.
Bruh.
I know that's disgusting.
No, I have a cough, to be honest.
Yeah, I know that's disgusting. I mean, or if we don't sign anyone, fuck it, just go with Will Howard. Let's just see. I mean, everyone in the facility talk about how much upside he has and how great he is. Fuck it, let Aaron Rodgers go. Let's see what Will Howard has. If we suck with him, we suck. Let's get a quarterback next year.
Well, that's the thing you can embrace this year, Rec, is just don't bring in a quarterback. Try not to win. And just
I'm perfectly okay with that.
Strip it back.
Are there people saying that Will Howard has upside?
Yes.
Those people should be fired. Will Howard is exactly what he is right now for the rest of his career.
Believe the amount of people who think Will Howard has what it takes.
That's what happens when you don't believe in your starting quarterback. You all of a sudden love your backup quarterback. Will Howard is a backup quarterback in the league. Promise. I promise you.
I mean, yeah, he probably is, but you know what? Let's just see. Let's see if these people are right or not.
No, Rodgers is coming back. You know it. I know it. We all know it.
I'd rather not.
You'd rather not, but that doesn't change the fact that it's going to happen.
I'd also rather not know it.
Well, you do know it, though. deep down, you know it.
Because no, Chairman. I don't want Cousins either. I want a younger guy. I don't want another old man running my team.
Well, hopefully with Tomlin not there, you suck enough this year where you can draft a quarterback high next year.
So
Mike McCarthy is such a mistake.
Yeah, you're gonna be in a rough spot there, Rec, for a little bit. It's okay. It's okay.
And you can't yell at me for blaming the coach when.
Yeah, what about Cooper Rush? Chairman has a good point.
Hell yeah, let's go Super Cooper to Pittsburgh.
It's my quarterback.
Yeah, a quarterback.
Super Cooper.
So I'm looking at the ESPN Top 100, and they have all the top 100 players here. All of them that
their rankings are terrible. But what did they have Malik Willis at 1?
They did. There's some
fire
spot that
them
had
now.
Willis at 1.
No, overall Trey Hendrickson was number 1, which
that's fair.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this. Trey Hendrickson signed, Tyler Linderbaum, Raiders, Jalen Phillips, the Panthers, Alec Pierce re-signed with the Colts. Rashad Walker is in the top 5 of these rankings and has not signed. Offensive tackle.
Rashad Walker?
Or Rasheed Walker. Sorry, Rasheed Walker. Offensive tackle, Green Bay Packers.
Packers?
He got cut earlier.
So he has not found a new home. Otherwise, Oweh, Braden Smith, John Franklin Myers went to Tennessee.
Tennessee got a bunch of people.
Alontae Taylor went to Tennessee. The Raiders got Quay Walker. Reek Woolen went to the Eagles. Corner. Mike Evans to the 49ers. Tremaine Edmonds, Giants. Jalen Watson, Rams.
So you go with McDuffie.
I'm trying to...
Yeah, the Rams are just doing their best Chiefs impersonation and taking all our corners.
They're just poaching them all.
Oh, yeah, Geno Smith to the Jets.
Romeo Doubs to the Patriots. So I'm getting into the 20s and 30s now. All of these players are signed. I want to say 32. The 32nd ranked top 100 free agent, Taylor Decker, offensive tackle.
He retired.
So he's gone. He gone.
Wait, no. Who's the one that retired?
Not sure.
No, it probably wasn't Decker. Decker got cut.
Chairman, did Decker get? Well, yeah, he got. Well, he asked.
Decker definitely.
He asked for his release from the Lions after 10
Who's the
seasons.
guy that retired recently. Also, speaking of Lions, Pacheco.
Stephon Diggs still needs a home.
I already said in our Discord, I hope Pacheco has a renaissance. I really do. I hope he plays great. He was, ever since his broken leg, he's been bad.
Is his son going to become a Lions fan now for Pacheco?
No, I think he's already moved on to Kenneth Walker, to be honest.
Let's see. Stephon Diggs needs a home. Joey Bosa hasn't signed.
It was Dan Skipper that retired from the Lions. Okay, that's what I was thinking of.
Joel Benito, guard for the Cleveland Browns, still needs a home. Yeah, it's slim pickings out there.
Texans signed a new offensive tackle. Browns have a completely new offensive line because they let everyone go.
Oh, number 47, Aaron Rodgers still needs a team, Rec.
No, he doesn't. He already has a team.
He doesn't need... The team he needs is retirement.
There's not much out there, guys, when it comes to the rest of free agency. This is basically... If you were hoping for anything else to happen, good luck. It's all going to need to be happening through trades and some other ways because free agency is basically wrapped up. I mean, David Njoku still out there. I mean, the Broncos could sign a few more tight ends, I think.
Broncos, honestly, well, there were rumors, and they signed another one today. But I saw rumors that David Njoku was in town. I'm like, that doesn't happen anymore. Back in the day, free agency, the player would fly to each team to meet with them and all this. And you're like, oh, they're meeting with them. Like, don't let them out of the room. And I saw Njoku was flying to Denver. I'm like, why? Because they're not Zoom.
We like to
Zoom it.
We're hoarders. We like to hoard tight ends.
You're gonna have 12 tight ends on your roster and not throw to any of them like you did last year.
It's just insane, man. Like, if signing tight ends was how you go about free agency, we would be crushing. Broncos are actually subtracting dudes. Dropped Dre Greenlaw, he gone. Letting Franklin Myers, he gone. Like, we're just
PJ Locke.
PJ Locke. Yep. So he's gone.
They have not signed anyone in free agency unless, well, wait, the tight end they signed tonight. That was.
I think he was a re-sign.
Yeah, it's and this is after our GM was like, we're gonna be aggressive. We're gonna be aggressive this year. If aggressive means whiffing on every single free agent and not making a move, then congratulations. We're running it back.
It's funny because the people that are tied in with the Broncos are just spewing out, well, this is a team that was great last year. We don't need anybody. And I'm like, were you great? Were you great? Or were you pretty lucky? I mean, you were very good, but you were also lucky.
Until they got unlucky.
They did get unlucky with obviously the injury to Bo Nix, but like they're third in the odds in the AFC West next year.
Do I think they're going to fall off a ton? I think that they're going to maybe take a slight step back, but I still think they have an upside of doing what they did last season, especially with the defense that they had. Especially, I mean, we kept all of that intact for the most part. We kept our defensive coordinator, so that's good. And then, we'll see what happens with the play calling. The play calling is a little bit out there. I don't know how that's going to be.
First time play caller Davis Webb. How long does that last?
I don't know.
Before Sean Payton takes over.
I think there's going to be some power creep. Power creep will
Sean
be
Payton's
real.
Never not call plays to retain Davis Webb because he likes him so much. He gave him play calling duties. I think that lasts 4 games.
Now there are some people in Denver saying maybe they're holding out for a big trade, or maybe they're trying to brew something up, or maybe they're trying to, try to put something together for the draft or whatever. I don't think it's anything with the draft necessarily. But supposedly, maybe there's some whispers. I don't know if that's true or not, of them trying to do something bigger that's not part of free agency because they know the free agency class is weak. But the signings that they have right now are just the most underwhelming, is the easiest way to put it.
Captain, Tua going to be any good with the Falcons, you guys think? I think they just got lazy and they're like, what if our backup was left-handed as well?
They're just going all lefty.
That way we don't have to change the offense a lot if it's all lefty quarterbacks.
It's just lazy.
I don't think Tua starts. He shouldn't.
I mean, what does that say?
A team just paid a shit ton of $99 million to remove him from a team. And that's your hope? No.
I mean, and
Penix should be the starter.
What does that tell Penix if you make a move like that? Like that's not you developing a guy that you think you have belief in, and by derailing that with Tua, that's not going to happen.
No. Penix will be the starter to start the season. Now, if Penix plays terrible, they might go to Tua, but Penix will be the opening day starter.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll be... I think that'll be the case as well. So, looking around, still, I don't think there's really much else, any other big names that we really have to chat through.
Yeah, not a great free agent class, and I said that on Sunday. So while it's a little underwhelming, but it is what we knew that going in. So, but some teams helped themselves, some teams didn't. Chris,
some teams did not. Some teams just stayed put. My Broncos. All right, so.
Fine. My Chiefs still have 2 first-round picks to work with before your Broncos pick.
No, we're going to trade up and get some. We're going to overreach for somebody. We're going to overreach on a player that we don't That
I don't think you'll trade up.
depends.
You'll either stay there or go back. You won't trade up.
Did you hear? Speaking of the draft, and they were talking about Sadiq is the guy that's been, because obviously we need more tight ends in Denver.
I don't. Maybe they're re-signing all these guys to put make people think they won't take Sadiq, and then they do.
And then they just like bamboozle everybody, just throw the shade, the curtain over everybody's eyes, and just be like, you know what? We signed all our tight ends. Boom. And you take him. There was a Houston, I don't know if he was a reporter or if he's a radio host or something. There was a Houston reporter that was talking about Sadiq and a couple other players. He had a live stream going, and one of the Texans reporter ended up. I might have to. Do you know The Simpsons, Scotty?
Have I ever heard of The Simpsons?
Like The Simpsons, the show The Simpsons, where Bart calls into Moe's Tavern and tells.
I never really watched The Simpsons, but I'm familiar with
prank calls.
Yeah, prank calling. That is a show I've seen before, surprisingly.
Let me see if I could pull this clip up, because there is a clip of this happening exactly the way you would expect it to. Let me see if I could get this going here.
Is it about Sadiq?
No. It starts out with Sadiq, but then it turns into something else. Sadiq? So let me go ahead and do this.
Get Bam off my screen.
We're not watching Bam anymore, and we'll just do. Let's see if you can catch this one.
Joe, I actually have.
There aren't a lot of big name tight ends anymore. Everyone would love to have Kenyon Sadiq, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll see. I think that Dixon, my ass, is definitely swarm.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Bruh.
Dixon Myaz was someone who put it in the chat, and this live stream of this Houston reporter caught it. And you know what's crazy about it is he even said, he's like, oh yeah, he'll be a good fit. Like, he knew this was a real player, and he like, let's listen to it again.
There aren't a lot of big name tight ends anymore. Everyone would love to have Kenyon Sadiq, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll see. I think that Dixon, my ass, is definitely swarm. I think he would fit in.
Yeah,
That's Aaron. That's Aaron Wilson.
He just
Not a real person.
That motherfucker back there is not real. Just so you know.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
No, it's not. And then you got played.
He's like, I don't know who that is, so I'll just say, like, yeah, he could be a fit. In my ass.
It was just like, I mean,
We'll see.
yeah, yeah, crazy.
Which
I think that
Aaron
Dixon,
Wilson, like,
my
he's a
ass,
big
is
national-
definitely swarm. I think he would fit in. Blake Fisher.
But yeah, but I know
Uh,
they say he's a Texas reporter, but he does a lot of national reporting too. He's very underrated in the reporting world.
he's underrated, but
Sounds like it.
Well, he was underrated. Now, after that, he's more properly rated.
He got played a little bit right there.
yeah. I was trying. Yeah, I went to some mock drafts. I did not see that name in any mock draft. At
What
least. Not getting me.
What name, Chris?
Even though I think I already said it earlier. Joe in the chat. Dixon. I don't even want to say it because you guys are going to clip the shit out of it. And then you're going to be, making fun
Say
of me.
no balls.
They already grabbed the tight ends they wanted. I'm looking for a friend. Last name Butker. First name Harry.
I know that guy.
Medusa, I love this more than you know. All right, I'll do it once for you guys. Dixon Mayaz. Dixon Mayaz is
You
the
just
next-
did it twice. You said you do it once, but you did it twice.
it's the next big
Kinda
name
rolls,
in the
kinda
NFL.
rolls off the tongue for you, Chris.
Yeah. So there you go. Congratulations. Is that double pen? I mean,
I think so.
It could be.
so.
Yeah. So
Double dicks in your ass.
And now we're getting reported. Thanks, Chris.
and now, now,
Give him that hot
we're getting reported.
spit on that thing.
We're
And
after
now we're
dark
banned.
now. Now we're banned. So there you go.
Well, now you're banned.
All right. So that is a wrap on NFL free agency. Now we're probably going to get next big thing we have coming up is it?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it.
Joe Cruz, I've said worse on my shows.
Yeah, it's definitely, man, they got him. They got him on that one. The dropping fake names in the chat. I usually catch him when you guys do it to me. I usually catch him.
Usually.
Yeah. It's but see, now it's on my radar, so there's no way. Don't even waste your time. You have to do it when I least expect it. So
Or just any other stream.
which is any other stream. Yeah. So yeah, learn something new about
What's fun-
a player that didn't exist.
what's funny, there's a guy that the St. Louis Cardinals traded for this offseason with the Red Sox, whose name is Dick Fitz.
I'm sure it's a great fit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, great fit in St. Louis.
Sure
But
it's-
that's a real guy. That's a real name. We can play.
Uh
Good job, Cuban. Dickie Lovell. Yeah.
there you go.
Do you remember that he was a player? I don't know if he's still coaching the Royals or not. But there was a dude named Rusty Kuntz.
There's a lot of good ones out there. There is. You guys talk about the U.S. manager not knowing we don't qualify for the next round in the WBC. That was so embarrassing. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that on the top of the show. About it's not a great look either. So yeah, we got fortunate though. We got fortunate. And somehow, some way, we're still alive. All right. So next up, I want to bring up. We're gonna get into some bracketology. Let's go ahead and talk about some bracketology, and I'm gonna pull up. We won't listen to that anymore. We're gonna go ahead and pull up the bracketology as it sits today. We'll talk about some of the different parts of the or some of the scores going on in some of the tournaments, because we are in conference tournament week, championship week this week, and we will be punching some tickets to the big dance. So scrolling through here, and actually let me pull up which tickets have been punched already. So far, we have the Atlantic 10. We have Rhode Island. Let's see. Is this up to date? Let's see. Where are we at? March 11th, 2026. Yeah. So Rhode Island. We got Duke, Jacksonville in the ASUN conference. We got the Big 12.
Did you say Duke?
Let's see. Yeah. Hold on.
That's not right. I mean, they're going to make the tournament and be a one
They
seed.
will.
They're not an auto qualifier.
No, hold
They haven't
on.
even played
I think
their
these are
tournament yet.
This might be projections. Who's punched? Oh, 8 teams have already punched their tickets. There we go. Let's see. Is this year's? Everything's out of date. March 10th, 2026. Teams that have punched their tickets. 8 teams are in. High Point Panthers, Big South. Long Island University,
Let's
Northeast Conference. North Dakota State, Summit League. Northern Iowa, the Missouri Valley Conference. Queens University, the Atlantic Sun. Tennessee State, Ohio Valley. Furman, Southern Conference. And Troy, Sun Belt Conference. Whatever happened to DU? Why can't DU be good?
That doesn't sound
What's wrong with DU?
Because you didn't say your team.
Oh, no, that and the Gonzaga Bulldogs in WCC. This was from yesterday, or
Well, you
before
remember
this,
DU?
before the WCC.
No, he never went to DU.
DU's only good at hockey and lacrosse. No, I didn't go to DU.
I heard that's what
They're very
So
good at those.
bracketology wise, though,
Professor Dixon Myers.
yeah, they're very good at those. Let's take a look at what the each of these regions look like. So projections based off of where we're at. I want to say this. When is this updated? I can't update it today at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. So they have Duke and Michigan as number 1 seeds. Duke is the top seed in the East. Michigan top seed in the Midwest. The 2 seeds in those are Michigan State and UConn in their respective sides. Kansas in here as a 4 seed as of right now. Then you have it feels right, Scotty. And then
they
Tennessee.
can move up to a 3, but yeah.
Tennessee, between you and Rec, to Kansas and Tennessee in the same Portland portion of this region.
Already beat Tennessee once this year. We can do that again. That's easy. It's light work.
Light work. Let's see. Other teams here. Yeah, UConn. Santa Clara. Hey, that's a tournament team right there, Scotty. 10 seed.
You won a conference tournament against a 10 seed.
That's a good 10 seed. I think I'll take this. Maybe that's an upset in first round. You know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on Santa Clara. Going down to the South and the West region. So Florida and Arizona are the top seeds in each of those respective regions, with the 2 seeds being Illinois and Houston. Man, I'll tell you what. There's a couple good teams littered in these ones as well. Gonzaga slotted into the 3 seed, which is where I thought they would. I thought that I feel like if they were going to win the WCC, they would be a 3 seed. If they lost the WCC, they could potentially drop to a.
They didn't have to
4.
play anybody.
But
I think they're closer to a 4. But yeah, 3's fine. It's not a big deal.
Let's see.
I think Nebraska's a
It's
fraud.
fine.
I think the Big
It's
Ten,
fine.
for the most part, is a fraud, except Illinois.
You're high on Illinois, I think, right?
And
you like that?
Sorry. Well, I have, and now I have to. Like a month or 2 ago, I said only 2 teams would win: Illinois or Kansas. Win on a limb, you know.
Well, I think you might be right about potential for one of those.
Oh, Kansas can win it. Will they? I highly doubt it, but they definitely have the potential to win it. The whole
Are we?
thing.
Yeah, I was talking about Illinois.
I know you were. I know you were. I'm saying both my teams can win it.
Let's see. Impossible. Can't have an undefeated team out. I mean, there's a lot of arguments being had.
I would agree. No matter what, you got to put Miami, Ohio in.
Miami of
Even if
Ohio
they lose
should
their
be
conference
in.
tournament. I don't think that's fair. But are they? I mean, they might get more clicks and hits if they leave them out if they don't win their conference tournament. So maybe they won't.
I mean, do they have them slotted in here at all? Miami of Ohio? Did I miss them?
11.
Oh yeah, no, they slotted them in at
Someone said
11 seed. 11 seed, yeah, right here. So they're an 11 seed in the Greenville portion of the bracketology. So they should. I mean, they will. They should. If they didn't, there would be I would say that's one of the cases where you always get those one or two schools that are always bummed out that they didn't get in, this and that. And it's like, stop. We do this every single year. Not everyone can get in. And I think Miami of Ohio, if they did not, would have something to say. And I would be on their side about that. First 4 buys, last 4 in. First 4 buys, NC State, UCF, Santa Clara, Texas. Last 4 in, Missouri, VCU, SMU, and Auburn. First 4 out, Indiana, New Mexico. Come on, New Mexico. Get your shit together. Stanford and San Diego State. First 4 out. Next 4 out, Cincy. Cincy they lost a bad game earlier.
Out.
Yeah, they're out.
They were up 8 with 2 minutes to go. And went to overtime and lost against UCF, who's right on the bubble, as you just talked about. So UCF's probably in now, and Cincy's done.
Yeah, Cincinnati just shot themselves in the foot with that one. So they just destroyed their chances. Oklahoma, Virginia Tech, and Cal are those next 4 out. So that being said, the current number of teams in the bracket, you have the Atlantic 10 with 2 teams projected. West Coast, 3 teams. Big 12, 3 teams. Or no, Big East, 3 teams, sorry. Big 12, 8. ACC, 8. Big 10, 9. And SEC dominating. Because they can't dominate in football anymore. So they dominate in basketball with 11 teams in the tourney projected as of right now in bracketology.
Big 12's the best team or best conference in the country.
Big 12 solid.
No, it's the best conference in the country. Look up at our conference against the SEC or Big 10. Doesn't matter. We dominate them all. Yeah, SEC's gonna get a lot of teams in, but they're not top loaded. Or Big 12's top loaded.
Let's see. Only one good team in the SEC though. 11 could get in, but yeah, Big 12 is best in basketball. Calling my shot. UMass money line. UMass gave them fits this year. UMass.
Are they playing Miami, Ohio? Is that what's happening?
Last year, when we did our typical underdog bets, we got kind of cooked last year, didn't we? Typically, every year, Scotty and I do the underdog bets, and there wasn't that many. I mean, obviously, the first couple rounds, there's not really too many. Usually, there's
NIL has changed things. Maybe
NIL has changed things a little bit, so we can't necessarily do that again this year. I don't think.
Are you gonna do your overdog bet?
Overdogs.
Overdog.
We might. NIL broke the underdog. Yeah, I think and we talked a lot about this last year with the Cinderellas. I feel like Cinderellas are starting to become a thing of the past. It's sad, but it's true.
True.
It's just not the same anymore with NIL pushing teams out, pushing players out from small programs because they get eaten up. They get gobbled up by the bigger programs and they get paid now. So I think the days of, I mean, this could be moving forward. Just take your favorites in your bracket, you know? Outside of the the normal ones that you always get. What is it? The 12-5 upset, right? Every single time.
The 8-9.
8-9 is kind of like coin flip, right? Depending on the matchup, but it's usually a coin flip. It's you always get the 12-5 upsets, right? So currently South Florida over St. John's, you have Yale over Arkansas, High Point over Vandy, Northern Iowa over Tennessee, Rec.
That's no, I'll take Tennessee.
So anyways.
We're not good at basketball, but I'll still take them. We usually choke in the second or third round.
Also, big brain. Cue the 16 seed W this year. I like the reverse jinx. Okay.
Yeah,
all
no
right.
16 is going to win this year.
I'd
love to see it.
Let me ask you this: Duke, Michigan, Arizona, or Florida, or the field?
So ones or the field, or
Ones or the field.
I bet on other teams, but I'd probably take the ones.
Ooh, okay. I mean, ones feel top heavy this year. Ones feel strong. Florida, Arizona, Michigan, and Duke all feel super strong. Like, man. Captain Urban, the field. There are lots of good teams this year, in my opinion. So Captain Urban's taking the field. Maybe do a quick poll, and then we're gonna finish on the poll. Rec, would you take? I want to get the chat's thoughts on a vote. Would you take
I'm
the
sure
one?
you'll take the poll.
Would you take the ones or the field? And
Take the poll at Shotgun Willie.
Of course, Rec. Is that where we're going when you come out to Denver? I'm taking you to Shotgun Willie's.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, we'll take you. That'll be your initiation.
Don't say we.
Don't say it. Who is this we? Joe Quills all go the field. So yeah, I want to see what people are voting. Last year was, of course, correction year with all 4 ones making the Final Four. When is he coming? It's going to be during the first day of the NFL draft that weekend. Vote in the poll. This is going to be, we'll close out the show this way. Vote in the poll. Who do you think will win the NCAA tournament? Will it be, are you taking the 1 seeds? If you, one of the 1 seeds, or are you taking the field? Vote in the chat. I'm curious to see if you would put your money on the ones or the field. I don't know. Like the 2 seeds, you got UConn, Michigan State, Illinois, and Houston.
Dan Hurley's a piece of shit, so I don't.
Dan Hurley, did you see him the other night? The other night when he got thrown out of the game in a close end of the game meltdown. Man, Dan Hurley.
He's a great coach, but he's a piece of shit. So I can't cheer for UConn.
What if we put
Houston? Calvin Sampson's a great guy. If Houston won, I'd be like, great, good for them.
What if you put Hurley, Sirianni,
Sean Payton?
You could throw Sean Payton in there. I'll take that. And then
That's not a good coach. That's kind of an asshole. I mean, he's an asshole. He is an asshole.
Yeah, I think. And then Joe Mazzulla. Throw Joe Mazzulla in there too, coach of the Celtics. He's kind of an interesting cat. He always has some weird things to say, or he's always like, just throw those guys on a group chat. I'm curious what they talk about. Like, what would that group chat look like?
Mostly complaining about refs and other teams.
I would say that's the Mount Rushmore of like current coaches that are the most, maybe some of the most unlikable coaches. Maybe Joe Mazzulla is not. He's kind of likable because at some points with some of the funny things he says, but like, or he's just a weird, strange dude. But he's a good coach. So, yeah, I don't know. Dan Hurley, I can't stand that dude. He is a mess. Yeah. Anyways, vote is in the chat. I am going to slowly look at who we're going to be rating out tonight.
Nug Puppies dominating against Houston tonight. So there we go, Nugs.
Yeah, I haven't checked the score recently. I was going
111 to 78. We're up 33.
Oh, damn.
It's over.
Beat down. It's over. Nuggets getting back on track. They're finally getting some guy. I need Peyton Watson back. I really do. I want to see this full team.
Well, everyone's been hating on Christian Brown after the other night. Tonight he went 8 of 10, 3 of 4 from 3, put up 19 points. So he stepped up at least tonight. Cam Johnson even was 6 of 9, 3 of 5. The 2 guys that's
what we
Nuggets
need.
Fans hate the most right now. I don't play good tonight. Aaron Gordon has
what we
0
need.
points, and we're up 30. Which this is good because we can rest some guys because we have a back-to-back in San Antonio tomorrow, which I don't expect to win.
Tim Hardaway with 14 off the bench. Tim Hardaway's been so good this year, man. Tim Hardaway's been a baller.
Yep.
anyways, so all right. Let's see. We are going to send you guys to
Hop along, gaming grandpa. I live 10 miles from Gonzaga.
Oh,
There we go.
boom!
10
Let's
miles
go.
from-
So we got a little good.
Oh, Compton.
Let's go.
As I like to call it.
Gaming
Nice.
Grandpa, welcome in. Have the Broncos signed anyone that wasn't on their team last season?
They have not.
No. The answer is no. There's only 2 teams last I checked earlier today that have not signed a free agent outside their team. And of course, Bronco reporters are taking this as a positive because you know what the other team is, Chris?
No.
The Seattle Seahawks. And I'm like, don't pretend like you're on the same level.
Don't pretend.
Don't.
Yeah, it's.
I'd still get another receiver if I was Seattle.
Yeah,
Someone
I
match
mean,
it with JSN.
well, they re-signed Rashid Shaheed.
They did get Shaheed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think someone kidnapped the Paytons. Yeah, maybe they did. Maybe they're being held for ransom somewhere, and they're just not able to pull the trigger on things. I don't know. Thanks for popping in, Grandpa. Good to have you here, guys. If you guys want to join us moving forward, Wednesdays and Sundays is when we're live each and every single week. So Scotty and I will be in Arizona for the first week of March Madness as we're getting ready for that. We're gonna have a free March Madness bracket challenge for the Action Lab here, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Join the Discord. Rec, throw the Discord in the chat so we can make sure that people join the Discord. We're making announcements when we get that bracket challenge set up. It's free to enter, so you'll be able to join and play along with us for this tournament.
It's probably gonna be the last second because Scotty sucks like that.
Wow. Hold on.
Just-
I can make it right now.
Ooh,
Wow.
Do
put
it
him
then.
put him under the gun here with the tournament.
That's what I gotta do. I gotta insult him until he does what we want.
Let's see. I think I saw. Wait. All right, we have how much time is left in the Nuggets game? Oh, still some time. Okay, we're gonna raid out a gentleman who's sidecasting the Nuggets and Houston Rockets. He's got a couple people watching with him, so we're gonna give him a little boost. Give him some give him a little love. Oh, and I'm looking. I see a familiar name in his
Is it-
chat.
Oh boy.
Who's that?
APC.
Who's that?
Oh,
Hey, little APC.
That's gonna get awkward quick.
That's gonna get.
All right. Look at that. Look how quickly I can do that. I was kind of already there, but
Hop along gaming, Grandpa. By the way, Scotty and I are we both live in Colorado, so we're Nuggets, Avalanche. I'm Broncos, he's Chiefs. But we're all and we're Rockies. Crazy enough, we're Rockies fans too. So it would be great to have you here, joining us. Hopalong was born in Aurora, as was I. I was born
Look
in
at
Aurora.
that.
Look at this, Hopalong. Let's go. Grandpa's from the same neck of the woods that I am. Let's get it. Welcome. Small world. But there you go. Join the bracket challenge. I'm going to join it right now. We might as well just do it
I
all
am
together.
too.
password is Action Lab, capital A, one word. Rec didn't put that. in there,
Although
it's
with
fine.
with the link, we don't need the password.
You don't?
I didn't
Oh.
type the password
Didn't.
at all. I just jumped right in.
Well, maybe because you've been in it before. I don't know. Maybe if you haven't been in it before, you need the password. If you do need the password, it's Action Lab, one word, capital A.
Hop along gaming, Grandpa. May I ask how old you are? May I ask how is that okay? I'm curious.
Because his grandpa in the
51.
51. Okay, so you've been around a little bit. You know what's up.
He's a grandpa. Of course, he's
That's-
been around.
that's a young grandpa.
That is a young grandpa. I feel like, yeah. He's a man.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
He's 40.
If
at
you're
least.
actually a grandpa, I don't know. Maybe that's just your, username. Don't know.
Yeah. So by the way, hop along. Cuban is in Colorado. We got Medusa in Colorado here. I, myself, and Scotty we're actually going to be getting a little Action Lab get together when Rec comes out. We're gonna go to the bar and hang out a little bit. So hit that follow button and join our Discord so we can get to know you a little bit better, and we can keep tabs on getting a little lab rat gathering.
How would he join the Discord? Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Thank you.
Like that.
And
Thank you, Rec.
driving down to Aspen area April 11th. There you go.
Hey, we going to Aspen?
Wait, are you still in Aurora, or you're not? Because Aspen's not. Aurora is closer than Aspen to where we're at. Or you moved, but you're going to Aspen.
Yeah, we'll give the details on that little get together as well when we get a little bit closer. But I'm in Spokane.
Spokane.
Oh, you said
okay.
you're
All right.
yeah, 10 miles away from Spokane.
Yeah.
Right.
And my wife went to college in Spokane at Gonzaga, which is why I'm a Gonzaga fan. So that's kind of the connection there. So it all makes it all
And I
comes
should
full
probably
Who
be
knew where
a-
Gonzaga was at?
I should be a bigger fan because my brother went there and my best friend went there, but I cheer for them, but my best friend and I have a weird relationship where sometimes I cheer for his teams to lose. It's a weird,
Well,
weird dichotomy.
he brings it on himself. He brings it on himself.
He does bring it on himself.
He talks a lot of trash and he sends a lot of texts, and let's just say he's not he's not the most in tune sports fan either. So he's not the most informed sports fan. So like he talks, but yet there's no weight to it. And so he just he makes things worse for himself than he needs to. So anyways, I hate the sea pigeons. All right, that's fair. Hey, stick with those Broncos, you know? But anyways, there we go. So I wanted to thank everyone for being here. All you guys who followed while we were offline. Joe, thank you for the 24 months. Also, Keep Close, thank you for the 37 months. Medusa, thank you for the 7 months, and so on and so forth. You guys are incredible. We appreciate you being here. Again, hit that follow button if you're new to the channel so we can get to know you a little bit better. Let's go ahead and get the credits rolling for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
What a show.
What a show.
What a show.
Look at us. Look at us. What a show.
Great as always.
Got a lot under our belts. We talked some March Madness. We talked some NFL. Cuban at
That's-
the buzzer with the 48
That's 4
months.
years right there.
Man,
4 years right there.
Cuban is 4 years old. Let's go.
Showing off. Yeah.
Showing his age there. Cheers to everyone.
Medusa can't listen to men often. Good job, guys. We try.
We try.
You know.
Hey, there you go. We cash in sometimes, right? We're gonna send you over to Non-P Fixian. I think that's how you say it. Go give him some love. He's watching the Nuggets and Rockets game right now. He's closing it out. So give him some love, and we will see you back here next time. Hey, D Cola with the 52 months.
Just trying to one
She's
up.
trying to
Cuban.
one up.
Look at that.
That's what she does. She
Look at
ones
that.
up. Thank you, D Cola, for the
Thank you.
love as always. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us. My name is Chris. This is Scotty. Rec in the background. Thank you for all the help in the back. Rec.
No problem.
I know it's the easiest job in the world. It's like backup kicker, you know, they're backup quarterback. You don't really need to do much, and you get all the credit. You get some credit here and there, right? You know. So there you go.
Yeah.
Why would anyone give him credit?
I don't know. But guys,
Because they make your money.
between now and our next show, go live in the moment, put the phone down, enjoy the people and things around you, and we have a lot of stuff happening, so you're gonna want to do that for March Madness. Also, go be a good person. Anything else?
I don't think so. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm losing my voice. I've actually been sick, but I powered through. No big
Power
deal.
through
My voice
like a
is
champ.
almost gone. I don't know if you can tell.
Like a champ. See? Love it. Guys, keep an eye on the Discord. We will be making announcements on any kind of stream updates for timing. So that is something you'll want to know about. Love you guys. Have a great night. We will see you next time.
Deuces.
Bye, everybody. Your boy Sante Samuel got re-signed.
Whose boy? I think it was your boy.
Is Hugh Jass getting drafted this year?
He is. He fits in with any team.